Alright, this is John Cola with DiscountJuicers.com, and besides juicers, we sell at Discount Juicers, we sell other appliances and things that will make your life healthier. So by selling juicers, you can juice more fresh fruits and vegetables, and same thing with blenders and dehydrators. You want to be able to increase your diet of fresh fruits and vegetables into your diet. But we also sell water purification. So I've done a lot of research on water purification. We sell shower filters, drinking water filters, and also the whole house filter. So what I'm going to talk about today is the Rhino whole house filter. This is the Rhino whole house filter, and it's installed in my house. I actually installed it myself, did all the soldering of the copper pipe, which we have underneath the wrap so it doesn't freeze. Here's some of the copper piping. And I'm going to talk about the Rhino whole house filter. So why did I put the Rhino whole house filter on my house, and why do I choose to sell the Rhino whole house filter through DiscountJuicers.com? Well, it's very simple. Number one, it's NSF certified. It works for 300,000 gallons. So for the average family, that's going to last about 3 years. So what that means is it's going to cost you less than $1 a day to have purified water that does not have chlorine, that does not have volatile organic compounds and other things that could harm you and your family. Hopefully, if you're buying organic produce, you buy the organic produce and then you bring it home and then you wash that organic produce now in chlorinated city tap water that may have other chemicals in it. And I encourage everybody to contact their local water authority for basically a water report, and by law they need to provide you with this water report so you can actually see, what levels of different contaminants are in your water. So with the Aquasana Rhino whole house filter, it basically has 3 stages, and let me go ahead and point those out. So as you can see, the water basically comes out of my house. It's basically, I teed off from the main inlet. It comes out, and I put a couple of valves on so we could basically bypass the filter if we need to do maintenance on it. But basically, as the water comes in, it comes into the first stage of the Rhino, and this is the sediment filter. So the water goes through the sediment filter, and this filter you need to change about every 3 months, and you can see it kind of get dark. You can see literally the rust color on there. That's rust that would be normally going into my water and into my house, and then if I drank the water, it'd be going into me. So the sediment filter's catching this rust and other particulate. Then the water goes into these 2 filter housings. The first stage is basically KDF stage. So what happens is the KDF actually binds the chlorine. So we're not, going to have the chlorinated water in our house after it goes through the filter. The reason why this is the first stage is that there's a lot of chlorine, and most whole house filters only have a carbon filter, and if the carbon needed to basically filter out all the chlorine and all the other VOCs and chemicals, it wouldn't be as effective. So with the Aquasana, basically the second stage is taking out the chlorine, and then that basically leaves the third stage, or the carbon. Pretty much now the carbon does not have to deal with the load of the chlorine because it's already taking out, so the carbon can now fully basically be the filter media for the VOCs, the volatile organic compounds, and other chemicals that may be in your water. Then it comes out and then goes back into your house. So it's a very useful system. I wrote the date down on here when I installed it, and also the how many gallons on my water meter out in the front, and I'll be changing it in 300,000 gallons, and I'm not quite there yet. The other thing I want to mention is that this does have a 7 gallon per minute flow rate. So for most homes that are less than 3 bathrooms, that flow rate is going to be sufficient to feed all your bathrooms, even if they turned on taps all at the same time. Alright, so this is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Hope you've learned a little bit about the Rhino whole house filter by Aquasana. And be sure to visit DiscountJuicers.com/YouTube for special promotional offers for YouTube visitors.